Welcome to Subramani. I see people moving from one fad diet to another, and it seems to be very simple for them. So they will get into other than bariatric surgery, which involves some money and some major commitment. They'll try everything. They'll try vegan, they'll try keto, and after a week they'll give up on vegan, or they'll start eating meat and say, oh, I will go vegetarian. So they'll give up one portion. So they keep making quite a mess of themselves without understanding that whatever you do, it requires a little bit of discipline to say, I will eat only at fixed hours, I will not munch between meals, and I will not eat too much of sugar. In fact, I'll go to zero sugar if possible. But not everybody is capable of doing that. So similarly, in investments also, you see people will try everything possible. They'll try momentum trading, they'll try F&O, they will try attending some academy and to learn forex trading, right? Spend a few lakhs doing all that and lose money. And this is pretty common, and I think when I talk to people, I tell them, look, there are very simple things, tools which are available, which is not very interesting to people. That is very funny and a little tragic, because even in the case of health, there will be a lot of clinics available which will tell you that we will do this for you. In 5 days you will lose 5 kilos, or in 30 days you will lose 10 kilos, or things which are almost impossible. This is equivalent to saying, come here, come to me, I will give you 36% return every year for the next 10 years. You know it's not going to happen, right? But still there are people who fall for it, saying, oh, he said 10 kilos in 30 days. I wanted to reduce before my wedding, or I wanted to, true for men, women, doesn't really matter. Now, similarly, while investing also, you get these kind of claims which are pretty tall. Even if somebody says, I will outperform I will invest in a few funds, some of them will outperform the index, some of them will underperform the index, and this is what will happen. This is not what the client wants to hear. The client wants to hear, here I have picked up 5 funds, all funds will always be in the top quartile or top decile, and you will outperform the index and things like that. Now, this is not client talk. Clients don't know what is outperformance. What clients know is, I have a very simple goal. I need to achieve my goals. And for achieving your goals, what does one have to do? What does a typical advisor have to tell the client? Look, improve your savings ratio. Many people save very little, hoping to get a 30% return in the equity market to make up for their mistake of not saving enough. Now, this is just like overeating and thinking that your gym training or whatever will take care of it. It won't, right? What is wrong is wrong. So you have to first of all have a good saving rate, and that saving rate has to go and create savings for you, and that savings has to get invested and reinvested. Many people would allocate 5% or 10% to equity and hope to get 30% return. It doesn't really matter. A 30% return on 10% of your portfolio and a 6% return on 90% of your portfolio is not going to improve your overall return. So you have to get your asset allocation right. You have to make sure that you have enough emergency fund so that you don't sell the equity in a distress. You have to have enough insurance so that there is medical insurance for all the people you support, which could be your driver, your servant's children, whatever. If you are going to ever pay their medical bills, you might as well pay their medical insurance. Maybe you share it with them. Maybe you say the burden is too much, so we will pay 50-50. You pay 50%, I pay 50%. Any of those things are possible, but basically you have to get these things right. Get for everybody, get adequate insurance so that your portfolio is not disturbed. So here you are creating a portfolio, maybe diversify across countries, maybe diversify maybe within the country, go into large cap, go into mid cap, go into that kind of a portfolio, right? So I have a diversified portfolio. So life is very simple. You have to eat dal chawal, or equivalent of that in investing is the index fund. Take term insurance, take adequate term insurance. If you have loans, make sure that the term insurance will cover that, pay for your children's expenses and for your wife's retirement. All this is sounds so simple. Make a will when it is appropriate, which means if you own a house, you need a will. If you don't own a house, nomination itself is enough. So just get these basics right. The problem is there are many professionals today on YouTube, etc., who are willing to teach you how to invest in equities, how to do F&O, and how personally they may or may not be doing, right? They may actually be making money by selling those products on television. Whatever, if it has got paid content, and most of them have, or they will have a please click here to buy to open an account with XYZ brokerage or things like that. All those things are expensive and they are going to hurt you in the longer run. However, also remember that I have to only look smart the day I am making the video. So on the day that Putin enters Ukraine, I have to just come and say, look, if you should be in cash, because cash is the safest asset to be in. On that day I'll sound right, because you have just heard that Putin rolled in and there was a 500-point fall in US and a 700-point fall in India, right? So you're looking at all that and saying, oh my God, this is such brilliant advice. But that is absolutely shitty advice, because I'm giving it to you after the event is over. So it's not going to be very useful for you. And I can assure you, even over a 6-month period, cash is a lousy asset to hold. So you should hold the minimum amount of cash, because cash is actually a drag on your portfolio. Unless you've strategically moved to cash because you thought you have to take some profits from equity and move it into cash. If you have tactically done that, then I'm not commenting. But otherwise, if your asset allocation itself is 25-30% cash, then there is obviously a need for correction in your asset allocation. Unfortunately, too many videos are floating around saying that they can teach you PMS, they can teach you portfolio construction and all those things. I don't even think so. They can't teach you F&O, portfolio construction, etc., because that person who can really teach is not on the YouTube. He's not willing to come down and teach. The people who are on YouTube are trying to sell some product to you. If you do not know what is the product which is being sold to you, then very clearly you are the product and they are trying to sell you something. Just go and check what is the product that you're being advertised. If you can't find that out, that's even more tragic. Thank you.